just got back from a run. It was 100 degrees out, 102 actually, but we did a mile and we did it in 10 minutes roughly. So I'm trying to work on my mile time, and beyond that I'm trying to work on my endurance and stamina as well. I will increase the distance. It is still hot here, but the cooler months are just around the corner. Today, as of this filming right now, is August 28th. So obviously I'm not going to go running in the middle of the day. Better to go in the morning, right before sunrise, golden hour or so. But right now is good too. It's like, what time is it? Almost 8 o'clock, so I went right after sunset. And feeling good though. Still cooling down. Definitely rehydrating, and gonna get electrolytes in too, not just water. Probably gonna buy some more electrolyte powder possibly, and gotta stay hydrated. So, but feeling good. I hydrated before the run. You gotta fuel properly as well, obviously. So enough carbohydrates and all that good stuff. But yeah, cooling down. Got both fans on, and my goal with running. I've kind of dabbled in the sport, as you guys who have been following the channel for a while know, or have been following me on social media. And I think I got into running in like 2020. Now before that, or 2019, I don't know. But before that, I ran in high school and stuff. But just in PE class, weight training, we would have cardio days, all that stuff when we weren't doing the weights. However, want to take the sport more seriously, hence buying a Garmin watch. And yeah, it's been great in tracking the runs, and 1 mile, as you guys can see there. So it has, as far as like, it integrates seamlessly. It has the Garmin Connect app, and it syncs to my phone. And I have a Samsung phone, so could have gotten a Samsung watch, but again, I had a Garmin previously. This is my second Garmin watch. The first one was pretty good, but this one's a touchscreen and everything, and it's the Garmin Epix. The previous one was a Garmin 235. And since we're on the topic of Garmin watches, and I still have the 235, I think, but I'm probably going to sell it or whatever, or just, I think it's in one of my boxes. But speaking of that, I sold some stuff in May and June, so less clutter and all that. So, but the Garmin Epix is cool. It's the Epix 2. Now, instead of releasing like an Epix 3, Garmin announced the Phoenix 8. However, I like the Epix, and I already bought it, and I could return it, but it's like Phoenix 8 basically does the exact same thing. Like, this just came out like a year ago, and they released the Epix line with an AMOLED display, right? The Phoenix has a different type of display. It's not as crisp. It's still, obviously, it's readable and everything. It's a great watch. It's one of their high-end watches. But the Phoenix 8 has like, a microphone and a few other features that the Epix doesn't have, stuff that I personally probably not going to use. It has a ton of features baked into this thing, and is it slightly overkill? Maybe for my purposes, but maybe not, because as I get more into the sport, it tracks a ton of information. Heart rate is measured by the watch. Now, it measures it from the wrist, obviously, so it's not like 100% accurate, so take it with a grain of salt, but it gives you a ballpark, and it'll give you a graph at the end of your run. So, and as well as other metrics and information. If you want to wear like an armband or a chest strap, and then it'll be very accurate as far as heart rate goes, then you can practice and train your anaerobic as well as your aerobic runs and your different zone training. So like, for example, zone 2, you have your easy runs. You want to build your aerobic base. So anaerobic is where you're running like all out. You can't hold a conversation. With aerobic, you're still, it's an easy enough pace where you're still able to talk if you're running with someone or whatever, and it helps build that aerobic engine and aerobic base. And then maybe the other 20% of your runs do sprints, tempo runs, all that good stuff, and you fall into a rhythm. And the fitness, as far as cardio goes, endurance becomes, from what I've read, quicker than like building lean muscle. So you're able to gain cardio, endurance, and stamina quicker. So have I seen improvements? Definitely. When I don't run for a while, do you lose fitness? Yeah. Not overnight, obviously, and you don't gain it overnight. And there's a thing called muscle memory as well, at least with weights. or if you quit for a while, it comes back quicker than if you're just a complete newbie. Although, granted, you do get newbie gains if you're like, if you just started into the weightlifting game and all that. But I'm just trying to work on building my fitness. And like I mentioned before, running helps with clarity, helps with a lot of things, with focus, with creativity, with your overall, not just physical, but mental health for sure. That's a big one. And yeah, man, so feeling good. Pretty much cooled down by now, so I was waiting to film and everything. But we're looking good. I don't want this video to go on too long. But if you guys want, I can do like an in-depth review or tell you guys what I think of the watch, and and go more into detail. But I definitely highly recommend it. It's a great watch. Garmin Epix 2, Epix Pro, whatever it's called. And battery life's great. It's touchscreen. AMOLED display is great. Much better display than the last Garmin I had. So this is great. It tells my recovery time is 16 hours according to this. So I could do another run tomorrow night. I'm not, it's still like 100 degrees out, and which is fine. The distance isn't going to change or anything, but obviously it's more pleasant when it's not 100 or 105 or whatever, and when it's like cooler out, like especially if you're doing a marathon or whatever. I think I read somewhere perfect temperature is like 50 degrees or something like that. So because you're generating heat, and then the ambient temperature cools you off, and it just makes it more efficient. So but my running gear, basically, my watch, shorts, running shoes, undershirt, and that's it. And then my necklaces I kind of just tuck into my my shirt here, and then I do have a house key that I keep on one of my necklaces, so in case, so I can unlock the door when I get back if it's locked. So not bad. Other than that, like I said, I'll go over the features in another video, or you can look it up yourself. But yeah, so that being said, my running goals, like I said, I did a half marathon in February of 2022. My legs were completely fried after that. Like, they were dead. Like, it was good though. I that wasn't an official race though. I did that on my own at the track. So I just did, a ton of laps. Obviously 4 laps is a mile. So 13.1 miles. And I want to get more into trail running, which kind of goes hand in hand with van life. A lot of people, as far as van life goes, enjoy nature and all that and being outdoors. I do like being outdoors, and then I like just chilling inside as well. But being outdoors, and with trail running, you're able to explore new areas and all that, and you can actually do like preset routes, or it's pretty cool. Like I said, it has a lot of features. I tend to just, I'll go to my right here, it'll say run, trail run, hike, all that good stuff. You can add more as well, workouts, stuff like that. So, and the buttons feel really good. They feel very tactile, and also it does have a flashlight. This thing has come in handy more times than I can count right now. Like, it, obviously my phone has a flashlight as well, but it's pretty nice. And you can adjust the brightness. I believe it's on the highest setting at the moment. But and it also has a red light. So you click there, highest setting, and then red light right there. So pretty cool. Obviously it'll drain the battery a little. So let's say you're on a run in the morning when it's still dark, or you just want this as like a almost like a reflective vest type thing, where people can see you. Like if you're on a bike, they have like a headlight and a tail light and all that. If you're running, and unless you have reflective stuff on and it's completely dark out, but I tend to be more careful. Like, I'll stay on the sidewalks and stuff and all that. But if I'm outside, or like away from the city, I should say, then I'll be running on trails and maybe a track once in a while, stuff like that. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on too long. This video's gone on long enough. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, comment below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep on trucking. Peace.